The only true wisdom is in knowing you know nothing. I cannot teach anybody anything. I can only make them think. An unexamined life is not worth living. To be conscious of being, you need to reclaim consciousness from the mind. The mind is everything. What you think, you become. We are what we repeatedly do. Excellence, then, is not an act, but a habit. By all means, marry. If you get a good wife, you'll become happy. If you get a bad one, you'll become a philosopher. Beware the barrenness of a busy life. The only good is knowledge, and the only evil is ignorance. To find yourself, think for yourself. Let him who would move the world first move himself. As for me, all I know is that I know nothing. The secret of change is to focus all of your energy not on fighting the old, but on building the new. The greatest wealth is to live content with little. When the debate is lost, slander becomes the tool of the loser. Strong minds discuss ideas. Average minds discuss events. Weak minds discuss people. The soul takes flight to the world that is invisible, but they're approaching God. He who is not a good servant will not be a good master. We can easily forgive a child who is afraid of the dark. The real tragedy of life is when men are afraid of the light. To be yourself in a world that is constantly trying to make you something else is the greatest accomplishment. The only thing I know is that I know nothing. No one has ever injured their eyesight by looking on the brighter side of things. Do not do to others what angers you if done to you by others. The beginning of wisdom is a definition of terms. Bad people do not take harm from good people. The really important thing is not to live, but to live well. The unexamined life is not worth living for a human being. All I know is that I know nothing. I was afraid that by observing objects with my eyes and trying to comprehend them with each of my senses, I might blind my soul altogether. Knowledge which is acquired under compulsion obtains no hold on the mind. The fewer our wants, the nearer we resemble the gods. False words are not only evil in themselves, but they infect the soul with evil. The shortest and surest way to live with honor in the world is to be in reality what we would appear to be. An honest man is always a child. Death may be the greatest of all human blessings. There is only one good, knowledge, and one evil, ignorance. I am not an Athenian or a Greek, but a citizen of the world. The only thing I know is that I don't know anything. Ignorance, the root and stem of all evil. I would rather die having spoken in my manner than speak in your manner and live. When desire, having rejected reason and overpowered judgment which leads to right, is set in the direction of the pleasure which beauty can inspire, and when again under the influence of its kindred desires it is moved with violent motion towards the beauty of corporeal forms, it acquires a surname from this very violent motion, and is called love. The heaviest penalty for declining to rule is to be ruled by someone inferior to yourself. Worthless people live only to eat and drink. People of worth eat and drink only to live. The only true way to deal with fear is to face it head on. Fame is the perfume of heroic deeds. Our prayers should be for blessings in general, for God knows best what is good for us. The secret of happiness, you see, is not found in seeking more, but in developing the capacity to enjoy less. The greatest way to live with honor in this world is to be what we pretend to be. To be wrong is nothing unless you continue to remember it. Every action has its pleasures and its price. Envy is the ulcer of the soul.